All right, so it has definitely been a while. I haven't made a Jet video all season, pretty much. I said I wasn't going to make or cover the team week to week, right? I did say that. It was my last Jet video a while ago. But either way, hope you're all doing well. And we do have a reason for me making this video right now. It is, the Super Bowl is like a day away at this point, and guess who's in it? So you knew I was going to make a video about, Darnold and his incredible journey to get to this point. If you go back and you watch my videos last year, all I did for at least the last half of the season last year, all I did was follow this guy, follow what he was doing with the Vikings. I was talking him up. I was happy for him. I'm happy for him now. And it's bittersweet, right? We had him, but we let him go. And I understand us letting him go at that time. What I don't understand and what I'm pissed about is he was a fucking free agent last year after that incredible season with the Vikings. And I talked about it in all of my fucking videos last year, leading up all the way up to his playoff game. And I was saying it, we can have a chance, I think, to get this guy. And what do the Jets do? They don't even call the fucking guy. So that's what I'm pissed off about, because he showed enough last year that his cylinders were clicking, and we get the gift of him not having a good last game, which they lost the #1 seed, and then the playoff game, right? He didn't have a good game. It opened the door for him to actually be available because the Vikings decided let's make him walk. Okay, we don't want to keep him. Listen, if they would have called him and he would have said, "There's no fucking way I'm coming back to the Jets," not a problem. He doesn't want to come back to the Jets, and maybe you can't blame him. But as far as I know, they didn't even pick up the phone to call the fucking guy to inquire the possibility. And that's all I'm saying here. So anyway, what's this video about? It's about Darnold being in the Super Bowl now, and let's talk about the Super Bowl a little bit. I'll give a prediction of the Super Bowl, and maybe we'll talk about the Jets just a little bit. I actually do. I know what I talked about. I just fucking recorded the whole video. So again, it's about Darnold in the Super Bowl. Bittersweet. I'm happy for him. I'm rooting for him. I think a lot of Jet fans are rooting for him. And then I will cap it kind of by saying what I just said a little bit about where this fucking organization is as an organization. I mean, it's just, it's so fucking sad. And then I do give some thoughts about what I think the Jets should do, from this point on with the draft this year, with the draft next year. Do they pick a quarterback this year? I talk about all that at the end of the video. And that's pretty much it. So, again, it's good to see you guys. I haven't fucking made a video in a while. And that's if anybody's even still subscribed to the channel. So, but let me now roll what I just recorded, and we'll just have this video pick up from there, I guess. It's kind of a, listen, I haven't recorded a video in a while, so cut me some slack, all right? All right, enjoy. So let's talk about this Super Bowl, all right? Let's talk about who's in this Super Bowl. So here's what we're going to talk about in this video. You ready? We're going to talk about Sam Darnold. And you know what? I am happy for him, and I'm rooting for him, and I hope that, I don't even really feel like I have to hope. I think he's going to win the Super Bowl. I think Seattle's going to win the Super Bowl. So really, it's like bittersweet, right? Because, we had him. He was our fucking quarterback. We drafted him. And, he just goes to another team and takes that team to the Super Bowl, all right? And now, if you ask me, he's about to win the Super Bowl. He's going to be the first quarterback of that draft class that had Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield, and Lamar Jackson, okay? He's in that draft class. He's going to be the first quarterback from that draft class to win the Super Bowl. We had him. We drafted him. And, just let him go. It's just the way the Jets. It's just the way this organization is. Even when you draft a franchise Super Bowl capable quarterback, you still fuck it up and you let him go. Gase is a huge reason why that didn't work out. Gase ruined Darnold. Okay, but listen, you let him go. And here's actually one more thing. You ready? I'm gonna throw this in here. And I actually had to go into my hard drive and I had to look for this video. When the Jets got rid of Darnold, when they traded Darnold, okay, and he went to the Panthers at the time, right? I shot a little video wishing him luck, giving some thoughts, and I even said it in that video. And I'm gonna play that fucking video for you right now. Give me a second. I'm gonna play that video for you. But in that video, I literally say, watch, he'll go to the Panthers and he'll fucking take the Panthers to the bowl. Now, I was a couple of teams off with that prediction because he took the Seattle Seahawks to the Super Bowl. So the Jets just traded Darnold to the Panthers, and you knew it was pretty much going to happen. You know what? I wish him all the best. I had no problem with Darnold. I wouldn't have had a problem if they wanted to build around him. And you know what? Not for nothing, but Darnold never had a good team. He never had a good fair shot in New York, especially with Gase for two horrendous fucking years. I knew Gase was going to ruin Darnold as soon as they hired him. So hey, you know what? Good luck to you, Sam. Watch, he'll probably fucking take the Panthers to the bowl now, but I made that video, like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, whenever they traded him, and here we are. Sam Darnold takes his team to the Super Bowl, and it's not the Jets. So, what are you gonna, it's almost like I fucking knew when they got rid of him, he was gonna take somebody to the bowl. This guy had a really crazy path when you think about it, right? Jets draft him, doesn't work out. He goes to the Panthers, doesn't work out. Then he went to the Niners, right? Vikings. He arrives as a quarterback. He finally matures, and it clicks for him with the Vikings. He wins 14 games. We need a fucking franchise quarterback. This guy, maybe we have the inside track to him. We drafted him. Maybe he would want to come back to the Jets, but they don't even call him. Seahawks are smart enough to say, this guy had a tremendous season. It looks like all his cylinders are clicking now as a quarterback. We like what we see. Let's call him up. Let's see if we can bring him to Seattle. They bring him to Seattle. Where are they now? In the fucking Super Bowl with Darnold, okay? So I'm not saying that if he would have came back to the Jets, he would have took the Jets to the Super Bowl this year. But maybe in a year or two, listen, why didn't the Jets even call this fucking guy? All right. Same thing with Mayfield. They never called Mayfield when Mayfield needed a team. So listen, and just take a look at the season that the Jets had this year. I mean, it was like one of the worst fucking Jet seasons I was going to say that I've ever endured. I didn't even endure it because I stopped watching the fucking games. I started watching the red zone because I'm like, I can't even watch these fucking games anymore. Like, there's nothing to watch here. So, anyway, what is this video even about? All right, so it's really about good luck, Sam. I'm rooting for him. It's like I said, it's bittersweet. It is what it is. So I am rooting for him, and I really believe that he's going to do it. He's going to win the Super Bowl. I actually think that this is going to be a blowout. I think that Seattle is going to convincingly beat the Patriots in this bowl. There's a lot of indication in this bowl for the Seahawks from that crazy, one of the stupidest play call I've ever seen in my entire life in football. In the Super Bowl, no less, in that moment, you call a pass play when you have Lynch in the backfield with a timeout, second down, you don't think you can get the ball fucking 1 yard to cross the goal line and win the Super Bowl in that situation? You call a pass play in that situation? So, you know, the Seahawks should have won back-to-back bowls, but they didn't. I think that was the Patriots dynasty, Brady will to just win Super Bowls. So, listen, Seahawks will get revenge for that game in this game coming up. And it's you know, like I said, it's kind of it's like vindication for Darnold too. It's you know, this guy had a really tough path, a really long road to get to where he is now, but not that long. You know, 2018 is when we drafted him, and this fucking guy is in the Super Bowl now. He's the first quarterback of the 18 draft, of the quarterback draft from 2018, which was a really good, strong draft when you look at it now. He is the first quarterback to get to the Super Bowl from that draft. So it's almost like, you know, Seahawks will get their revenge for that game against the Patriots, like what, 11 years ago or 12 years ago or whatever it was. And who gets the last laugh here now out of that quarterback draft? It's Darnold, right? Who really saw that coming, you know, over Josh Allen and Baker Mayfield and Lamar Jackson? I mean, those guys have had a lot of success before Darnold, but Darnold just like fucking emerged and went to the Super Bowl in a 2-year span, a 2-year period, last year and this year. 14 victories last year, okay? In the regular season for him with the Vikings, 14 victories with the Seahawks this year. Last year he plays for the number 1 seed, doesn't get it. This year, same thing. This guy plays for the number 1 seed again, but gets it this year, okay? Then wins 2 playoff games, right? Where he wins the home field advantage, wins 2 playoff games, and beats a very good Ram team that could have beaten the Seahawks because they are division teams, you know, and they split during the season. The Rams were no joke, but they took care of business. They beat the Rams to go to the Super Bowl. I mean, come on. You know, and now you're playing a Patriot team that I think is ahead of schedule with, listen, and it's hard to give any type of, you know, credit or whatever you want to say to the Patriots, but I think the Patriots definitely overachieved this year. And now they're going to get their fucking ass handed to them because they did overachieve, and I just don't see it happening. I don't see this even being a game. I see the Seahawks just maybe blowing out the Patriots in the Super Bowl. And like I said, you have Darnold, you know, he's going to be a Super Bowl winning champion, I'm telling you. There's my prediction for the Super Bowl this year. Seahawks take it convincingly. Darnold wins the Super Bowl. It's crazy. What else can we talk about here? Where are the Jets going now? Should I even waste any more time talking about the fucking, you know, I didn't even talk about the Jets this year, and I don't want to, and I'm sitting here like I don't want to waste any time talking about this fucking team this year. Here's all I'm going to say about the Jets right now. Okay, now we're going to end this video. Good luck, Sam. I really wanted to just come on and talk about Darnold, really. But here's all I'm going to say about this Jet organization right now, okay? I don't care who you get in here to coach. I don't care who the fuck you draft. You got 5 first round. I don't care. What, 5 first round picks in the next 2 years? It doesn't matter who they fucking draft. It doesn't matter. This is the only thing that matters for this organization at this point. If they do not get a franchise quarterback, and you could have had one last year when Darnold was a free agent, you didn't even call him. But we already talked about that. Listen, the Jets are not going to do anything or go anywhere or even become a winning organization until they find a franchise quarterback. Okay? That's where this team is now. You have draft picks, but you have a draft class coming out in 26 that apparently has no talented quarterbacks. So, and Mendoza's going to go to the Raiders. We'll see what he does with the Raiders. It's almost like the Trevor Lawrence draft. You had one good quarterback. The rest were very questionable. So here's what I think the Jets should do this year, okay? Don't draft. You want to draft a quarterback this year? Do it in like the 4th fucking round. Somebody who maybe, you did some good scout work on and nobody's really looking at as an early pick. Draft that quarterback. And then make that quarterback a project. Who knows? You might hit on somebody who nobody's really looking at in this class. All right? Don't reach for a quarterback with the 2 first-round picks in this draft. Don't do it. If they do it, they are reaching. The last time they reached for a quarterback was Zach Wilson, okay? Like I just said, Trevor Lawrence was the only quarterback in that draft. And we had we had Trevor Lawrence. We had that pick locked up. That whole fucking season, we had the number 1 pick coming up, and it would have been Lawrence. Again, not only was Gase the worst fucking coach I've ever seen, man, he was just bad. Like every aspect of him was bad, to the point where he makes them somehow fucking win, I think, the last 2 games of that season. They were like 0-14. The number 1 pick is locked up for Trevor Lawrence. And now you want to rally this team to fucking beat a playoff fucking Rams team and some other, I think it was the Cardinals the next week, to end the season on a good note at that point? Are you fucking kidding me? That is what blew the Lawrence pick. I get into such a frenzy. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Where was I going with this point? I don't even know, but... Oh, don't reach, right? So anyway, they reach for Zach Wilson in that draft, okay? And when they drafted Wilson, I just kind of fucking knew. I just knew it. That they were reaching. I just knew he was not going to be on some type of a franchise level. I mean, he was far from it. All I'm saying here is this. That's all I'm saying here. Don't fucking reach for a quarterback like that again. Don't do it. Like I said, use the first-round picks this year and use the high picks this year. There's supposed to be a really good linebacker coming out. Draft that guy. And then at, I think, 15 or 16 is their second pick in the first round this year. Take a look, maybe another really good receiver. Take a look at what's there and draft another, blue chip type of position player. Second round. I still wouldn't reach for a quarterback in this draft. Keep picking good players. Build the team. Build the core of the team this year. It doesn't matter. This team is so bad. This organization is so bad. You're not going anywhere even if you had Mendoza this year. So, Raiders take Mendoza. I would be shocked if they don't. Raiders take Mendoza, and now just build the team with this draft. Here's another thing I don't want to see them do. Don't give up the farm with all your picks this year to move up to, to move up to number 1 to get Mendoza. Is that even a smart thing to do? I don't know. Pick best available. I would draft a quarterback in this draft, but like I said, 3rd round, 4th round, 5th round. I have said this. You could go back and watch my videos. I have been saying this for fucking years with the Jets. They should be drafting a quarterback every single fucking year. Every year. Every year. Draft a quarterback. 1st round, 2nd round, 3rd round, 4th round, 5th round, 6th round. Draft a quarterback every year. Every fucking year. If you can't get a good one in the 1st round, draft one in I don't like 2nd round picks for quarterback. I'm telling you, it's weird. second round picks with quarterbacks, not just with the Jets, but even other teams, they never seem to pan out. It's either the first round that pans out, or like the third round, or the fourth round. Brady was sixth round. Purdy is Mr. Irrelevant. Russell Wilson was third round. But you never see a second round quarterback like kind of hit. It's weird. So I wouldn't draft one in the second round just for that. So again, but just draft one every year. If like I said, if you can't get a good one in the first round, third round, fourth round, fifth round, draft one and see where, they might hit on that. Put it this way. Until the Jets fucking hit with a quarterback, you got to draft one every fucking year. So what are you doing at this point? Listen, are any of us going to be here when this fucking team hits for a quarterback at this point? I mean, I don't know. So it's what I'm just trying to, use some simple fucking logic here that the Jet organization just doesn't seem to have. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. I know it's been a while. I haven't made one all season. But, Darnold going to the bowl and now playing in the bowl and soon to be a Super Bowl winning champion quarterback, I had to come on and just, say, hey, good luck to you, Sam. I hope you do it. I think you're going to do it. Like I said, bittersweet. And like I just said, the Jets will do nothing until they get a franchise quarterback. All right, that's pretty much it. Enjoy watching Darnold in the bowl. Enjoy the Super Bowl. I think a lot of Jet fans are going to be rooting for him. I know a lot of people, and I know a lot of people who are Jet fans. Everybody's kind of happy for this guy. They want to see this guy win. Kind of tough to watch because we had him. Even tougher to watch for me because, we didn't even fucking call the guy last year. But anyway, enjoy the bowl. Maybe another Jet video after the Super Bowl. Listen, it might be tough making another video after the Super Bowl, seeing Darnold lift the Lombardi trophy, but I will be happy for the guy if that does happen, and I really do think it's going to happen. So good for him. Good for the Seahawks. Hey, listen, I might go get a fucking Seahawks jersey at this point. If he wins the bowl, I might go get a Seahawks, Darnold jersey. Stay subscribed, and we'll see where this whole fucking Jet story goes, and we'll see where the Darnold story will go. I probably will make a video just to, talk about how amazing it was to see Darnold, actually go from where he started to where he will be, I believe, Sunday night with a Super Bowl championship under his belt. So, all right, enjoy.